Hello, RMPs and responders. Chrissy Brooks with Northern Plains Health and Safety. I'm going through our hypothetical for week ending 9/7. So I will put the link for it down in the description of this video. So go ahead and grab your decision tree and let's get started. We'll see if my internet works today. All right, and that brings us to our leaking package decision tree. So work through the decision tree and response sheets, reading every word out loud. It's good practice to keep your mind fresh. So this is our situation. A box with a packing group 3, poison 6 hazard label, and the markings UN 1888 chloroform 6.1 packing group 3 RQ is leaking on a belt. RQ is indicated on the papers, which remember means reportable quantity. There's a small amount of liquid spilling out. There are no fumes that irritate the skin, visible fumes, smoke, or irritating odors. Answer the questions below based on this scenario. So which box does the decision tree lead you to? So let's start at the very top of our decision tree here, and we're going to read every word. So revised October 2023 leaking package decision tree for designated responder small package. Is the leaking package generating heat, smoke, visible fumes, vapors, irritating the skin or eyes in any way, or leaking too large of a quantity to absorb or neutralize with available supplies? No, that's all going to be no. So then we move down to our next box. Does the package have a diamond hazard label? Yes, it does. So we got our first yes. We can move over to the next box. Is the package bearing a diamond hazard label with one of these materials prohibited in the UPS small package system? Explosive 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4B, 1.4F, or 1.4G. Blasting agent 1.5, inhalation hazard 2 or inhalation hazard 6. Poison gas 2. Spontaneously combustible 4. Poison 6 or toxic 6. We've got a poison 6 label on here. But also remember, we check our prohibited poster, which you should have a copy of prohibited poster on page 16. This particular decision tree that I grabbed does not. Let's see if I've got one that does. I've got a whole stack of them over here. Well, I'm going to say that most of them probably don't because these are brand new ones that I just ordered for our brand new facility. There's one that does. So we're going to look at our prohibited poster. And on our prohibited poster, we've got poison 6 right here. But this little wording right here next to it says that if packing group 3 appears on or next to the label, it is not prohibited. So our answer to the first box that we're in that talks about our prohibited materials is going to be a no, because this packing group 3 poison 6 is not prohibited in our system. It is allowed in our system. So then we're going to move down to our next box because we got a no in that first box. Is the package bearing a diamond hazard label with one of these materials in the UPS small package system? Explosive 1.4C, 1.4D, 1.4E, 1.4S, or 1.6N. Dangerous when wet 4, infectious substance 6, radioactive 7, white 1, or does the spill package contain mercury? Again, all no. Can you determine by any visible means, label, shipping record, etc., that the package contains a household product such as paint, personal care products, or common household chemicals? Again, no, I don't keep a lot of chloroform around my house, so that one's also going to be a no. So that's going to lead us to our yellow box. So yellow box is going to be package and related spill must be handled by the UPS designated responders. Refer to the appropriate response sheet for hazard and PPE. Follow response sheet actions and steps to clean up the spill. If SCB is required and SCB is not available, Do not attempt to clean up the spill. Don't. Follow the chain of command and notify your environmental coordinator. All right, so which response sheet or containment sheet are we going to utilize for this spill? I am going to pick this one, Poison 6, Packing Group 3, because that's exactly what this damage is. And fingers crossed, we advance to the next slide. Okay, and our next slide brings up, can you sign into ETT with your own username and token? That should say token, not password. So it needs to be your username and your token, not your RMPs, not the on-roads, whatever the situation might be. It needs to be your own ETT access and your own token. So we're going to answer yes to that one. And can you get to the quick reference guide and show the most current waste disposal flow chart? If we remember, the quick reference guide is in the upper right-hand corner of the ETT hazmat entry page. So if you need help with that, please reach out. I will show you how to get to that. Now moving on to our waste disposal flow chart. So which box on the waste disposal flow chart did the damage lead to? So spilled or leaking, either a liquid or a powder, or surrender to the DMP is going to be a yes. Did we spill outside of a vehicle except for when we were inside of a facility? No. Or has it entered a drain? No. Or does it have reportable quantity listed on the shipping papers? If you remember, this damage does have reportable quantity listed on the shipping papers. So that's going to end us up in this yellow box, notify corporate environmental coordinator, and then they are going to continue to advise you on what we should be doing with that damage. Most of the time when it's in a reportable quantity, it's going to be too large of a quantity for us to clean up. So we are going to be calling in an outside responder, but that is not always the case. It's possible that if a very small quantity of that leaked, that we would clean it up ourselves. But your initial response is going to be to notify your corporate environmental coordinator, and then they will advise you on what we need to do with that. So your answer on this one should be yellow box, notify your corporate environmental coordinator. The next question it brings us to is, can you find a copy of a previously submitted DMN in ETT if you need to reprint it? So how do we do that again? From our ETT main page, we're going to our Hazmat Input tab. Then we are going to click on Search and Update. And then we are going to search by DMN temporary ID number. We're going to use this drop down here and choose United States. Then you're going to put in your SLIC number. Then you're going to type in your temporary ID number, whatever that might be. I do believe that this is one that's actually from this facility. Let me move my little head here, and then we're going to click search. And there it is. So then we're going to click on the damage. We're going to click on DMN right here. We're going to click on it again. And then to reprint, there's a little button down here that you guys probably can't see because this is full screen, and it says View Form. So we click on that little View Form button. It's going to drop down a PDF document for us that we would then be able to download. So that is how we find that previously submitted DMN. So that one we are going to mark yes, that we can find that. And do you have access to the team email account for your facility? If you cannot access that team email account, you need to talk to your health and safety supervisor. They should be able to get you access. If they cannot, they can email Adam Pruitt and he can get you access into that. So we're going to mark yes that we can, but if you can't, we need to mark no so that we can get you assigned so that you can start getting all of the paperwork from Veolia. All right, then the last thing we need to do is put in our name, not with caps locks on, and our employee number. Drill down to our operations. So we are going to be, see, I am mainly in the Elkhorn Valley building most of my days. And then you have to click that last arrow. This means that you have been submitted. If you do not get this last page, your name and your employee number did not submit. So make sure that you're clicking that last one and getting to this last page so that you can get credit for doing your hypothetical. Again, if you have any questions, please reach out. My email and my phone number are really kind of all over the place, including the deck that you got this link from. So please get out there, get your hypothetical done, and have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much.